A 3,000-year-old city with 2 gates has been uncovered. It's challenging what skeptical scholars thought they knew about King David, and it is vindicating the biblical record. Stay tuned to learn more.
Welcome to Faith Affirming Findings, a podcast dedicated to sharing with you
the incredible discoveries from the field of biblical archaeology.
These findings will strengthen your faith, affirm the historicity of Scripture, and provide you with unique insights into the culture and background of the Bible.
Now, here is your host, Associate Professor of Bible Exposition at Dallas Theological Seminary,
Dr. Paul Weaver.
This is Khirbet Qeiyafa. Khirbet is simply an Arabic word that means ruins. Khirbet Qeiyafa is a site of ruins about 20 miles southwest of Jerusalem, perched above the Elah Valley. If the name Elah sounds familiar, it should. It's the same valley where David defeated Goliath. Khirbet Qeiyafa sits on the ancient road between the Philistine coast and the Judean hills, and that makes it a prime location for a military outpost, or perhaps something even greater. Excavations began here in 2007, led by archaeologists Yosef Garfinkel and Sa'ar Ganor, and what they found was incredible. A walled city from the 10th century BC, that's the time of David. Even more stunning, this site had only one layer of habitation. That means it was abandoned, and there was no rebuilding of this site over the centuries. It's like a time capsule from the early kingdom of Judah. The city had massive stone walls, 250,000 square feet of them, and 2 4-chambered gates. Now, here's what's particularly interesting. No other city from this era had 2 city gates. This is unprecedented. That's why the site may actually be called the biblical city of Sha'arayim, which literally means 2 gates in Hebrew. But Khirbet Qeiyafa didn't just defend the region, it may have governed it. Archaeologists uncovered a massive building about 10,000 square feet. They believed it served as an administrative center during the reign of King David. Get this, it took 200,000 tons of stone to build. That's not something a local chieftain throws together. Nearby, they found a secondary structure, likely used for storage. Think logistics. A headquarters for a royal military required stockpiling weapons, among other supplies. Here's where it gets even more interesting. For years, skeptics have argued that King David was more myth than monarch, that he was more tribal chieftain than national leader, that cities like this didn't exist in his time. But Khirbet Qeiyafa demolishes that view. As Garfinkel himself put it, this is the first time that archaeologists uncovered a fortified city in Judah from the time of King David. Thus, various suggestions that completely deny the biblical tradition regarding King David and argue that he was a mythical figure or just a leader of a small tribe are now shown to be wrong. The material remains at Khirbet Qeiyafa also lines up with the biblical description. Thousands of animal bones were discovered, none of which were pig bones. 0 idols or human figurines were discovered. The people here clearly obeyed biblical bans on pork and graven images, setting them apart from the neighboring Philistine and Canaanite civilizations. So what does all of this mean? When we take the Bible seriously as a historically reliable account, we discover that it's been right all along. The fortified city, the 2 gates, the administrative complex, these aren't traces of a myth or a legendary figure. They're evidence of a kingdom, David's kingdom, just as the Bible records. And that is your faith-affirming finding of the week. If you found this discovery as fascinating as I did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel so you won't miss future episodes filled with faith-affirming archaeological discoveries. And if you're enjoying these videos, you'll definitely want to check out my upcoming book by the same name, faith-affirming findings packed with even more discoveries that support the truth of Scripture. It's set to be released in January of 2026, so be sure to acquire a copy of your own.
Faith Affirming Findings podcast is a listener-supported podcast devoted to affirming your faith in the reliability of Scripture and illuminating your understanding of Scripture.
If you would like to help sponsor the Faith Affirming Finding podcast,
You can make a tax-deductible donation of any amount, large or small.
At faithaffirmingfindings.com. That's faithaffirmingfindings.com and click on the Give tab.
We hope you'll join us again next week for another exciting Faith Affirming Finding.